Good evening, everybody. We are back here on Free Enterprise tonight for round 6 Blue Moon Waning race. We've got Engidave versus Sorbius in a win or go home race as well. Let's face it, they all are at this point. Joined on comms tonight, Poydrak. How are you doing, sir?
Well, of course it's win or go home. It's like we're coming to the waning part of this bracket.
Look, this is easy 3, right? We got another 2 months left in this tournament?
I suppose so. Oh, at least it's not CC3, which is still ongoing. Anyways, let's forget about that and let's concentrate on this match because these two runners, very, very heavily entrenched and very, very good. This is going to be a great race.
No, absolutely. These are two of the better runners in the community, and we are very much looking forward to see what happens tonight. Kind of an interesting objective list there. There's a couple freebies on there, a couple of more difficult ones. I think we want to see all of them on the moon, right? Nothing easy?
Yeah, with our two standards of Full Gauntlet and Gold Bears for the Blue Moon, well, both moons, but with Plague, Kalbrenner, Peldim, Kenyatso, the Officer and Guards, and CPU. Yeah, we've got some freebies there, but I think this is more a tricky style of objective list today because a lot of these you don't really want to see ever. Kenyatso, CPU, even Plague in some spots can bring a bit of pain to you.
Yeah, any of these, with the exception of maybe Officer, you really don't want to see at one of those high HP spots. I mean, even Kalbrenna can be dangerous. You don't have Quake or some way to deal with them. Yeah, big doll hurts.
Yeah, it does. So it'll be interesting to see where our objectives do line up today. That's usually the way in a lot of cases, but I think especially more in this particular seed itself.
So an edge start. Obviously, we'll get another character and an item here soon. Where are you heading right off the bat with this edge?
Because it's edge, and we do have Sineki, we need equipment. And unless the other character is safe, Sid, or Sid, you're really needing equipment. And so you're going to go to one of those high loot areas, Castle Eblan and Watery Pass. And with a Rosa to go on, you've got a White Mage, and we know where one of our bosses is.
Yeah, that Baron Key has been a surprisingly important key item here in this tournament. It's swung many races just completely around, and we're going to be gunning for it as soon as we can, I think, in this season. Of course, with the wonderful Grimoire we have half a chance of taking out a boss.
We've got an edge, and we've got a Rosa. Double great starting characters. There's nothing really that you can say I'm going to get a way of killing anything straight out right now, but I'm liking this party.
I was about to say, are we sure Xeno rolled the seed? This is very nice for one of her seeds.
Yeah, Cecil, well, again, nothing that really screams I can kill things immediately, but with equipment and a few levels, going to ordeals, that sort of brings this team into very good territory. Rydia, although everyone seems to like using her as an anchor and things like that, she can be surprisingly potent if you find the right summon.
Yeah, I'd almost be interested in heading up to Hobbs. Is that a power shirt I just saw?
That was a power shirt you just saw.
Okay, so forget about Hobbs. Edge is gonna do things now. And he's going to do mean things to people, or to whatever bosses are on ordeals.
And actually, Ridian might as well. If there's no other Black Mage available, I believe Engidave just found a Stardust Rod.
And a heroine robe. Okay. So you have your options with Rydia or Rosa at the moment, to be frank.
Yeah, well, Rosa still needs some sort of weapon. And if there's no cane, there's a couple of darts for you to get through some early fights, or to sell to find long blades. I know that's a heavy contention for you, but
Yeah, well, we have one more character to see. We're gonna find out shortly, because there's our hook. And we need that. We kind of need that to get underground and find a few more bosses, you think?
or some more equipment, because yeah, we found some nice things, and that Stardust Rod is going to help, but there's nothing really major that we found. So maybe we are going to go Castle Weblin and or to Cave of Lana to find what we need, or we're going to rely on that Sid. We'll have to wait and see.
It feels almost as if this is a time for a little shopping. See if you can pull a dancing dagger or a mute knife out of somewhere, but it's still early. There's plenty of time. There's a curse ring in the free treasury, and we have a boss. That's a not so angry turtle.
That's a very tame turtle.
Do I say boo that we wanted to see that elsewhere?
Yes, we do. But we can't have everything, unfortunately.
Okay, I mean, there's still CPU at elements. That's still on the table.
Yes, that would be me. That would be my preferred thing, especially at the moment, since again the only real wave clear we've got is a potential Rydia with Leviathan or Bahamut if we find one.
I mean, we have a wave at our disposal. Cecil does have Dark Wave. It ain't gonna be fun, but it'll get you there eventually.
No, I don't think it would. No, but yeah, we'll see.
No, we're gonna get a look at that last character here. Sorbius getting that Stardust Rod, and he's just going to find everything that Dave found here in Watery Pass.
Yeah, and there's our customary Edward for the seed. So this team, it's got its good options, and we've got our warp glitch available, but there's nothing big right now.
Yeah, no Tella, so D Machine is not really on the table. You could maybe think, I mean, just thinking down the line, could think Mac Giants, but I'm thinking Sirens with Edge if we get underground. The problem is going to be getting underground, because this hook route could be very interesting.
It could be, but I think by the time we get there, I don't think there's going to be any problems whatsoever. Our team name is very likely set in the way that Engidave has it now. I don't know, with Edge and Sid being the other, Edward and Sid being the other characters to what he's got. I don't think we're going to be adjusting out of that for both of our runners today. So really, we can just focus and say, right, this is what I've got. What do I have, and where, and when can I go underground? When I get there, I should be fine.
Well, there's another one of those bosses we kind of wanted to see elsewhere. Not required? Well, maybe not yet, but that's a wall. That's a cheating wall. And
Well, You say it's a wall, but it's a wall made of paper.
You're not wrong in this sense. You're not wrong at all. But do we need to fight it? Is the question.
I will find out from the key item. Yes, we do.
We do. So, about that Golbez.
Not going just yet, but it will be done before they head underground. And one of the big staples of both moons really has been since we've got mandatory hook route. You want to go there with as much power as possible, and people have been skipping going there until they've done absolutely everything on the overworld, except maybe football.
Yeah, especially with a Tella in play, you risk missing out on a Darkness Crystal. That could be the seed right there. I don't know. Might see a little more gambles here, though. I am always for the Fade Football if possible. So we'll see. I think we might see Dave just go straight up Ordeals here, and then probably Sorbius right behind him. But still some plays to be made.
Yeah. Teams are starting to get set in place. Okay, we're taking Sid along instead of Yang. That's understandable because of Sid's a little bit more easier to work with at this point. But with a Moros army that was found, you don't really mind too much about what you've got going now.
Now, power is definitely available. Just who are we going to use it on? Zeno?
Well, one of these. Okay, this is not required, but this is an easy spot for it. And wow, Odin missed from a Grimoire against a couple of free bosses. I'm a little surprised.
Look, you can't have everything in this seed, I guess. You got the monkey's paw curled.
If it was already a casting in the Odin, I could believe that, but Grimoire usually does it with a lot more power and precision. So, oh well, doesn't matter. Fight is down. Stardust Rod's coming in very handy. We'll go and see what's on the other side of the bridge. The mist up the top of Hobbs, not required, and be ignored for now.
Well, so much for fading football today. It's okay. We got a dragon here. I guess something Doot here. At the back attack. Well,
yes, it's something Doot when it falls down to the ground after being defeated.
Well, if we just keep darting into the Stardust, we won't hear any Doots. Which, honestly, it is faster. But also, an Asura over there at Fabul. Never mind. There's no boss.
No. She appeared. She looked at Edge and said, "Oh, thank you for this weapon," and then goes. It was a peace offering.
I didn't know we built Bribe into FF4.
Windharp.
Interesting.
Well, it wouldn't be Zenicat Seed if we didn't get Windharp.
Gee, you think we should go?
Not right now, but it will be on the runner's mind.
I see a certain Zeno in chat who thinks it's required. Who thinks we need to go there right now. I gotta agree. I think Ordeals is the play. We want that Paladin Cecil online.
Well, Engidave has that power. That Paladin online.
Did you happen to catch the item? I think his stream skipped a little bit, unfortunately.
No, but I do see the boss, and well, we didn't see them outside, but here they are.
Well, we're being told Luca Key from chat. And yeah, Zeno, you really have someplace to be tonight. That's 2. So we already have four of our required bosses. Okay.
We're halfway there. We do need 7 of these 8.
Are we living on a prayer?
I don't know. I don't think prayer is going to be used by Rosa today. There's the Grimoire Odin that I was expecting.
Look, I will never understand accuracy when it comes to this game. I just sit here and I just sit here and play it. It does what it wants.
And that was thrown by Rydia, so Rydia's doing fine on this particular seed. And Engidave has called a couple of Liliths to the table. They will soon be flamed down, and some early levels for that Cecil.
Yeah, with that curse ring in hand, really don't have to worry so much about keeping an anchor. But before we head to Baron, I think we're going to play the lottery, Neblin. We want that shiny sword.
Yeah, absolutely. Not really just for that though. We've got a lot of options available for picking stuff up. Just in the regular chests alone as well. But in the trap chest, we've got Excalibur, Crystal Sword, Mazamune, a Avenger. There's a lot on the tables that you would want from a trap chest today.
Zeno, you left the adamant flag on, right? We can find adamants tonight as a surprise. Aww. Well, in today's episode of Runners Making Commentators Look Like Fools, Dave is going to Fabul.
Can I just sort of question the use of the siren right now then? Because although, yeah, it's got Cecil some great 8 levels to start off with, this gives a very similar amount of experience. So it would give Cecil a similar jump up. It just feels a little bit odd. That's all.
Excuse me. Yeah. I don't hate it because there's always the chance you run into like a mom bomb or dolls here and you're not getting that experience. But certainly is. I mean, it's certainly an option to come up here instead of using that siren and save it for underground.
Yeah, 5,590. Cecil would have got double that. So yeah, big bump up. But doesn't matter now. Now it makes more sense on Sorbius' side here because he's already done Castle Fabul and the fight there. But yeah, it's just a little odd thing that might come back to Engidave a little later.
Well, we see something that we like. I don't really think we're getting a poison axe. I don't know what we're getting here, to be honest. Never mind. Just kind of clearing the inventory.
Yeah, we've got a lot of done a lot of looting, and there's a few bits still wanted, yes, but you need money, and if while you're in a shop just checking, just clear out a couple of things. Maybe a bit later, you won't have to do as much in the way of clearing.
Well, we're just kind of following each other's footsteps at the moment. I don't think we saw Waterfall before, actually.
We did not, and there's no boss there.
Nope, no one that we care about. He can just stay there.
Yeah. we are not against people showering in the waterfall. At least not today.
Well, okay. Now we're playing the lottery. Sorbius is going to be the first one we're going to see heading over to Evelyn. We at least have a light sword. That's not nothing.
No, light sword is X-Scale light.
Yeah, I think we're going to see both runners, at least at first, go for defensive strats with Cecil, as opposed to using that light sword as like your main source of damage. But yeah, we're just looking for the big sword to make the rest of the seed go burr.
Like those Barcus wines and coffins. Those coffins are going to speed Engidave along in this Castle Evelyn and setting, and Sorbius hasn't found them yet. Yep. So he's going to have to fight them the old-fashioned way, but Engidave, just throw a few things. Experience is going to be very easy to come by.
Yeah, it's something I know I do a lot more often than I forget a lot more often than I wished. Hourglasses or coffins in that Evelyn shop can just completely change Evelyn Castle and just make it that much faster.
Yeah, hourglasses are a little bit preferable because of the way two of the fights are, but coffins, coffins work just as well in two of the fights as well as the three.
And of course, we hit the third where the coffins are basically useless. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but this seems very vanilla, so we'll see if we get a. Is this the Drain Sword side? I think it is.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, it is vanilla. The vanilla chest, yeah. I definitely did not see an item. It was picked up. I did not see what that item was.
Ribbon. So we just stole the Stillman's ribbon. I feel a bit bad for that now. He was looking pretty.
So, Golbez. Yeah, that's a nice thing to have going into that fight, actually.
Yeah, you can assure yourself that one of the character you want stays alive.
Yeah, one guaranteed, and then of course, with our luck, it'll completely miss that character, and we'll just be left with the two anyways.
Yes, but it's still, you've got the character you want alive at the end of it.
Indeed, yes. Alright, we have 2 more lottery tickets just waiting to be... Well, okay, here's one. Oh, these black cats. These black cats.
I think the good thing about the Stardust is that only one will do their counter. Yeah, because I think the game can only process one counter attack, so you only get that one. So you don't get the charm from the Lamia, you don't get the second Bluster, and since Rydia only got paralyzed, you don't mind in the slightest about this particular and the way it's turned out.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know how often it paralyzes versus death, to be honest.
I think it's 75-25 on death to paralysis, but it might be 50-50.
Okay, how are both of these chests one off from being vanilla? How does that happen? Zeno, I know you're
Magic.
trying, but come on.
Simply magic. Ogres, though, this is one of the advantage ones that Engidave has got the coffins for, so going to be a little bit quicker, but not by too much, since I believe Sorbius is using mute gear and the Runex that was found somewhere along the lines. Or maybe not.
Sorbius trying to be a little sneaky, literally trying to grab a few Bacchus while we're here. I don't think he quite got any.
It's difficult at the base stages for Edge, to be honest. At least on the Mad Ogres. On regular Ogres, it's a little bit easier because they're lower level. But yeah.
So that's a nice 63,000 gil we just found right there.
Or dart.
Yeah, it could buy many darts though. That's like 5 drain spears right there.
Yeah, that's very true as well.
Sorbius is still up the Canazo, and all right, we need to file a bug report. What is this one not doing on the loop? Something's broken here.
I will get on that, and I'm sure I will be told that don't worry, the bug was indeed in Baronin all this time.
Okay, so Cecil being mind controlled today instead of Yang. I almost wonder which is faster in this spot. Fight it out or just let the waves go?
No, it's dangerous to let the waves go because of how much attack power this does give. But this is 4,000 hit points. Yeah, waiting this out, especially when you've got on at least on Sorbius' side, a anchor that lets that Dark Knight Cecil just throw things out instantly each time.
So I heard you wanted a crystal sword. Would you like another chance at one?
I'll take a Bahamut.
No, I wouldn't say no to that, actually. We're past the point where we have to worry about Radius and Anchor, so yeah. I would take a Dragon God right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of hits in it, though, so most likely we're going to find a Dragoon Spit.
You know, for a brief moment, I looked away, looked back, saw Dave's inventory, and saw a crystal and a sword icon, and it took me a moment to realize, no, those are two different items. That is not a crystal sword just sitting in Dave's inventory.
We have found a lot of crystal equipment, not the big one.
Unfortunate. Wonder if we'll see either the chests on the way down through Babel, because there's some pretty decent chance, at least on the Mad Ogres.
It all really depends on what we find from that pink tail. I don't think we if this check doesn't turn out to be a big sword for Cecil, I don't think they're going to go down into the hook route without at least checking that pink tail item.
Absolutely have to check that, though. I think you may want to wait as long as possible in the hopes of finding the rat tail as well and just doing them both at once.
They have moved the hovercraft once already, so that might be on their mind that they don't want to move it again. But I think the possible reward from the pink tail justifies moving it again.
No, absolutely. In the meantime, ha, and I believe ha.
Is that it?
Huh?
Now.
Look, I got greedy, okay?
Oh, Wait till you see the real terror. I'm sure we'll have another ha somewhere.
It'll be a wuh eventually. I see a bunch of animals over there on Dave's side. What is going on here? I am
We've picked up all the picks from the non-free character locations, so this is our team now.
You know, we could do worse. Those pigs are... There's some pretty good characters not in the seed. I would be okay with that, actually.
Yeah, but we've also got our men of pigs, so they can't be changed out of it.
Hey, there's an Avenger out there somewhere. That'll make up for it.
Maybe.
But, yeah, Dave being a little sneaky here and throwing up the pigs, because we knew this was Golbez, prevents anybody from being paralyzed, because this is a video game that had coding done on it. And that's as far as I'm willing. That's as far as I'm willing to go.
It all makes sense in its logic. But that's mostly because it's all in the game logic. You can't really change programming logic.
Yeah, when you look back at the kind of things that was done with an infinitesimal amount of space compared to today's standards, it's kind of amazing that any of this was able to happen.
And we go from mostly free to very free on the throne. I would have sort of liked Golbez to be here instead of out front, because this spot has a little bit more magic attack. But oh well. We'll just have to wait and see and get through this fight.
Yeah, King, Queen, Evelyn are not wanting to go away today. They're just hanging on. And eventually the Queen will decide it's time for me to take a nap and we can get on with the show.
The King is dead. The Queen can now live on and rule in peace.
And so is Sid. So despite Sorbius' best efforts, Sid lives and gets XP from that fight. Unfortunate.
We got a curse ring, it's fine. He can gain a little bit as a trait.
He's good up until at least the mid-30s. Oh, Sorbius does not have the curse ring?
I'm pretty sure he does. I don't think it's the same one that Engidave found, but he does have one. Yeah, if Sorbius found out his one in Damsion, Engidave did find one in Troya Treasury Light, and yeah, we've got two in the seed available.
Well, Sorbius deciding we're going to take that pass. We're going underground. We'll see if Dave wants to peek Baron Basement, but okay, never mind. Sorbius once again. Commentators or players making commentary regret what they're saying.
No, this was. Oh wait, I've got a pink tail. I should really check that first.
Yeah,
I was wondering where he was going, and fading the pink tail. But there you go. Off he goes. Let's get our reward here.
You know what? I don't hate it.
We'll take it. It's not as big an upgrade for Sorbius as a crystal sword would be, because he's got a lightsaber, but it's still a massive improvement. For Engidave, this is just flat out better than anything that Cecil's got right now.
Yeah, you're never going to turn down an Excal. Even once it's no longer equipped on Cecil, it is the strongest dart in the game.
So it's always nice to have one just sitting there in your back pocket.
Oh yeah, there's a thing somewhere in the game. Right.
Well, again, we have the Bacchus and coffins, so I don't know what that says about parties in FF4. What the item shop is getting stocked up for. That said, we also have some drain spears. That so you need darts. We have darts.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind buying at least 2 or 3. Got plenty of money to buy them. And yeah, it takes up a lot less inventory than 5 different things if you can buy 5 of the same things. And with 77 base power, Drain Spear's one of the best darts in the game.
Yeah. We are getting pointed out. Excuse me, Dave did not check Miss Cave, and that has the potential to be catastrophic if he does not remember that when we come back above ground.
Honestly, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. I don't think he's forgotten about it. Engidave is honestly too good a runner for that to happen. I think it's in his mind that he just needs to do other things first, then do a very, very quick and easy check. Get some of these longer things. He'll go do that maybe when he's down to 1 or 2 bosses remaining.
Yeah, fair. I'm so used to rushing that, so because God knows I will forget it if I don't. We picked up a full moon somewhere, so that's nice to back row edge. Kind of shield him a little bit.
Yeah, it was found in the Cave of Lana weapon shop, so yeah, that does put Edge a little bit more in tune with where he's sort of needing to be. We've only really found that Murasame for him, so give him a little bit more attack power.
Well, I don't think Dave checked that weapon shop, so he's down that full moon. That might be important. Maybe not so much here because we've got Leviathan into Bahamut. But come underground, that edge is going to be taking quite a bit more damage.
Yeah, maybe doesn't affect really his overall placement in the actual team. I mean, he's going to be on the front row most times. But that full moon is going to still give him the back row bit, which a certain boss in our objective list is going to make things a lot easier.
Well, we found... So you wanted a Dragon God earlier, right?
Yeah, I wanted him in a little ball, maybe that you could break open and suddenly a Dragon God appears. But I might be thinking of Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a few different options in terms of balls there of varying strength.
And yeah, you usually have to fight one for as well. So yeah, this is Pokemon.
So this is Dragonite, or which gen are we looking at here?
This is Bahamut. It's one of the new ones.
Let's say that doesn't sound like a Pokemon.
It's the Final Fantasy equivalent, I suppose.
Final Fantasy Pokemon game would be very interesting. Just as an aside.
And
I like
you've got me thinking about it now.
The Grimoire is a Pokeball with an unknown Pokemon inside.
Yeah, well, they sort of did do that with World of Final Fantasy, as Chet is pointing out.
Yeah, fair.
Can you tell how big this this fight is going to be a danger to our runners? In that we're talking about completely other things, because Bahamut, unfortunately, is not a boss that you have to worry about.
Wait, there was a fight? I thought we were just talking to the Dragon God for a moment, and then he's just, going away, going back to the moon.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the Pitfall, remaining heavyweight champion of the world, staying undefeated, the Pitfall has gotten a runner. First runner and second runner today.
Yeah, somehow we've gone through that so many times, but it still hasn't been found.
We see...
Always catches people out.
Yeah, and there's a boss at the top of tower that I'm very okay just letting sit there for a long time and never seeing again. That's a vow. I'm okay not taking that fight.
It's not dangerous there.
No.
The physical defense is literally nothing, even in tornado form.
It's absolutely not dangerous. It's just annoying, and I'd rather not take that if I don't have to.
Yeah, but top of tower does tend to be important in some ways. In seeds, it's just, do you really want to go there? The answer is no.
Let me find a tower key and we can talk.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dwarf 1, we have a Sparkle. We've already seen one. Do we see a second one of our bosses? No.
It's Ogo Light. It's the Ogo Light spot.
Yeah, we just see Leviathan's the upset older brother or cousin. I'm not sure. Just hiding out.
We
here
did just
in
beat
Dwarf.
him up in the top of tower.
Yeah, but he probably deserved it. Let's face it. He probably did something.
Yeah.
Rosa apparently not happy with Sid there, just absolutely decimating the old man. Putting him on the ground.
And then Ogo saying, well, if you're going to do that, I'll help and take out Radio as well.
Tiny child doesn't need XP. Yet.
With this team, it would be surprising if she really gets a lot, because in terms of your final makeup when it comes to the final fight, Cecil and Edge and Rosa is really all you need.
Yeah, Power Couple's probably gonna carry this. And yes, we are reminded. Hi, I'm Dark Elf. This is a public service announcement. Please go check the Twin Harp. I need to hear music. Well, Rosa, unfortunately, on Dave's side, took a nap, so not getting XP from either of these fights. I mean,
That's fine. Sirens should be available.
Yeah. Just mild. Oh. Cecil doing very mean things to this Dark Elf with that. Oh my.
Yeah, Scale does very, very bad things to a Dark Elf in both of its forms.
Yeesh. That looked painful. Ow.
Scale, Holy Weapon, Dark Elf, weak to Holy Weapons. Good luck.
Do not cast Holy on the Dragon form. Unless you really feel like fighting the battle all over again, basically.
Okay. Dark Elf, weak to Holy Weapons.
Thank you. Oh!
Speaking of Holy Weapons.
Hey, so remember that X-Cal? Yeah, we don't need it anymore.
X-Scale has been reduced to dart.
Say, speaking of weapons that would have been really, really good against that Dark Elf. And surprisingly enough, we could have had that before the fight. So, Seal Cave is now just a boss. Are you tempted right now with that crystals? Oh. And there was a second X-Cal from Gador. What exactly have these doors been excavating?
Well, that door to the left on Engidave's side.
NPCs, the true boss of this video game.
They've been mining adamant and going to controls quite a bit.
No, you get out of my way. I don't know. I'm all for turning on push B to jump in towns, but sadly, I don't think that'll ever happen.
Sorbius is going to go and check that boss just to get it out of the way. Honestly, this is a minute walk down just to see if a boss is there. If it is, brilliant, fight it. If it's not, reset, go, move on.
No, I agree. I really like this play, and with the Crystal Sword, there's not much down here that's going to stop you. Dave, on the other hand, has decided he's hungry and needs breakfast and wants to scramble some eggs.
I don't think we're going to see too many eggs sort of scrambled here. I think it's just going to be, yeah, let's get a little bit of experience just to see, just to tide me over for the majority of this. But then let the rest of the seed play out to give me the rest.
Yeah, I think there's a chance we take Rose of the Cure 4 just to be able to take out the Feymarch in one go. But I think you're almost looking for more HP on Cecil so that he can just hack his way through everything.
Yeah. Cure 4 likely is the objective here. And once that's happened, run away. Rydia, you don't really care about her at this point. And we do need to go to Lucky Cave. Well,
so, about music. What are you doing for the next few minutes, Boy Drake? This is certainly a song to listen to during an alt gauntlet, isn't it?
Well, I don't have music up on my ears, so I'm going to watch Engidave and see what's down Feymarch, because the fighting, the alt gauntlet in Lucky Cave, it's a little bit annoying, but it's not hard.
Yeah, there's just so many multi-encounter fights here, and we don't have a great way of dealing with that. Edge's Flame is about the best we have right now.
The Stardust is there, but at this point, it just doesn't do enough damage.
Yeah. If there's a Leviathan orb, would actually be really... okay, there's an orb. Sylph, unfortunately, single target. But, yeah, you just kind of hack your way through, because you want that boss.
Engidave has apparently found the Sand Ruby in the Feymarch, so we can go heal one of the piggies now.
There's a character over there?
No, we'll just go heal the piggy.
I didn't know that. I've never been over there. There's a pig over there?
Am I the only one that goes and heals the piggy?
Moving on.
It seems that way. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's a nice heal, but yeah,
just takes a while, unfortunately. The missing turtle that Sorbius has is in Mist Cave. So, assuming Dave checks that when he goes above ground, he'll be closer, but this is now 2 bosses that that Sorbius is going to have up. And we see another Sparkle that's not Plague, but speaking of bosses that don't like a Crystal Sword, hey, it's a boss that doesn't like a Crystal Sword.
Yeah, they don't like crystal swords. Luckily, Cecil did the double whammy on the front one, so the virus isn't going to come out because the viruses in this spot hurt.
Yeah, the only problem is we're now on a clock, because every attack's going to trigger a fire. We should be okay. The next hit from Cecil, yeah, that'll do it. Rydia taking 1 virus on the way out. Look, the kid needed her nap.
That was the best case scenario for that 1 virus that was going to come along. And there's Tower Key. So you said, give me a Tower Key and we'll talk. Time for that talk.
I don't like it. I'll do it. I'll complain the whole time, but I'll do it. But
So nothing new there.
yeah, nah. You know what? You're not wrong, actually. But we want some calamari, I think, first. There's an Octomam that is going to be surprisingly annoying at this spot. I mean, a Crystal Sword's a Crystal Sword, but it's like an X-Cal here, I guess?
Yeah. Ultimam does this holy attack. So the Crystal Sword isn't going to be that great, but honestly, once some of the tentacles come off of the Ultimam affair, yeah, you're not going to be too worried about where the damage is coming from.
Well, it looks like we're gonna use Cecil. That cover Cecil's coming into play here. There's a Thunderclaw on the edge that will help, but this thing is fast, and those blinks are not gonna last very long. Yeah, this is just knock those tentacles down, slow Octo down, and hope you can survive until then.
And Edge isn't exactly doing bad at hitting around 2,000 per attack. So, yeah, the tentacles are going to come away very quickly. Ultimam is going to slow down very quickly, and then Cecil will be fine in just holding up.
Meanwhile, Sorbius also taking on the D-Lunars, spreading out the damage a little more. So this virus is a problem.
This is the danger, and there is the danger. If the virus is, if you don't kill both of them out in one hit, you have this.
Might have been able to get there if he was able to take one out, because once you take one down, they at least stop the virus script. But no, I think that's the safer play, just to reset and come at that one again.
Down goes Octomammoth. Engidave is through. Let's see the reward.
That is interesting.
Yeah, that's 2 bosses. I don't think the treasury is going to really come into play at this stage of the game, but the 2 bosses up top, they definitely do.
I might be tempted to try and search out something for Edge in that treasury, but I think you're right. I think I think we do tower and then head up to Earth. I think you want to take a chance on finding a pan underground here first, and then just to avoid having to what at this point would be a triple dip Fabul.
Yeah, we've got plenty of other things that we can not do the self-cave check at this moment with Sheila 1. We're mostly looking for what, a darkness crystal would be the biggest bang for our buck right now.
Darkness actually puts us in a pseudo go mode where we have access to all but one boss spot. So we're guaranteed to find all our bosses at that point. It becomes a scavenger hunt at that point. You maybe try and hunt for 10 key items just for grinding purposes, but you're not. Once we find that darkness, we're not fighting too many more bosses this scene.
Yeah, and I really feel that when it gets down to it, grinding is not an issue in this particular seed today because of the nature of our team.
Yeah, you're right. This is really power couple at this point, and Edge may be helping. Though let's face it, Crystal Sword Cecil and Cure 4 on Rosa will slice through almost any Z fight.
And here comes the Val. Now, Sorbius is doing the talk. He's done the walk.
Oh, Val. This is one of the few spots in the game where you're actually okay seeing her. Still just annoying.
And, well, darts.
Yeah, we have a use for that white spear. We don't need money at this point anymore, so it's literally just throw everything. Throw the kitchen sink.
You're not even really afraid of the weak casts at the moment. Yeah, someone might go down. You're letting Cecil fly and just raising anyone that goes down if you need to.
Yeah, Sino pointing out, Rosa is Angie over here on Dave's side. I think we threw down $2,000 with a silent staff in one of these fights. That's a very mad Rosa.
There are a couple of mages in this particular grouping. I think the Vamp Ladies are mages. So, yeah, she can do a lot of work against those.
This actually could be important. Sorbius did not take on the Octo. He does not have the Earth Crystal. That could bring Dave back into this. And there's a rat tail from the top of tower. That is spicy all of a sudden.
It's significant, but I don't think it's as big a deal as you might think. It all really depends on where the darkness crystal is. Yeah, there's one boss up there, which might be the key, but I don't think it's going to be that big. I've just got a feeling it's not going to be too bad. Mom Bomb here, though. Speaking of bosses that you don't want to have extra hit points for, here's one.
So, yeah, this is awful. It's an easy fight, but you just feel terrible doing it.
a single hit fight turning into a good solid minute of whacking away an extra 9,000 hit points.
Somebody at Square it just had a really bad day when I think they developed Bomb and just chose violence against the players. That is a boss that exists.
When you look at the script itself for the location it's in, it makes perfect sense. But
Yeah.
when you take it outside of that and put it somewhere else, like we do in the randomizer, it sort of just feels painful in some places.
Look, how dare the Square devs not take us in mind 30 years later at what we might do to their creation. And we saw Rat-tail top a tower. Do we see Darkness? I think, honestly, I think I might want to see Pan more than Darkness here. Just to never have to worry about coming underground again. And,
Oh, there you go.
okay, I think I want to see $100, just so I never have to worry about coming underground again. Right? That's how this works?
No.
Well, I have to try.
It only works on key items in the Final Fantasy for free enterprise world. It doesn't work with real life money.
Nuts. I had to try. So yeah,
we've all tried it.
So this is the most eccentric alarm clock you've ever seen. We bonk a monk on a head, and he comes out of a coma because RPG reasons?
It's young. When has he ever been completely straightforward?
In the after years when you replace him with his daughter?
Never got to that point.
You know, I don't blame you. It's a little bit of a slog, but it gets there eventually.
Then you have to do the same thing with a ladle, from what I understand.
Oh, yeah, that's really says something about that family, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, what is that? 1, 2, 3. That's 10 key items for Sorbius. We're hungry again. We want some more scrambled eggs.
Well, so this is Sorbius's first dinner, so I think we're going to be seeing Cecil get to around about level 45, which really is what, 2 more eggs at the most. I don't think we're going up to nuke for Iridia, not in this stage.
Well, we
just make a. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say we have a little divergence here. Dave with the old Penguinator special, just the half tower play here. So Dave is missing the rat tail. Sorbius is missing Earth Crystal. This is about to get very interesting. Because I don't think there's much. That might be it. It's those two and Harp, I think, are all we. Well, okay. Those two, Harp and Sheila, are all we have to check. So
yeah.
This could get very interesting very quickly.
Yeah. It all really comes. Yeah, it all comes down to where this darkness crystal is. It's not guaranteed that we're going to require it, but well, we're looking at it more than anything else. Avenger, well, Cecil just becomes even more absurd at this point.
Yeah, so Edge can now have all the wine he wants. Cecil has a different way to get Engie. We're good. Actually, if you kept that crystal armor, it's actually not bad to put on him. We put on Cecil with that Avenger, but look,
you want the power shirt. You want the power shirt rather than the crystal armor.
And we needed to buy wine earlier. Things had to go. Alright, so we're getting a look here at the 2 Sheila checks.
Sheila 1, Ninja Star. Sheila 2, Dragon God.
Well, okay, we got there. It took a little while. We finally got to the Bahamut.
Now we know where Bahamut went after leaving the top of Babel.
Yeah, that just, that just kind of hurts from Fabul. I mean, we have Twin Harp still hanging out there, but there's a shot this is one of the worst Fabuls I've ever seen, actually.
I've seen worse. You'll be surprised what you could find in Sheila's closet.
True. T Pro is a flag when it is turned on.
T Pro and and K Trap sort of put some interesting things dotted around.
Yeah, that's a flag that just absolutely chooses violence when it gets turned on. But we see, again, more divergence here. Sorbius deciding we're going to see who's at the Odin throne in Baron Basement. Dave is on his way, I guess, to play some music?
Well, Wedward's got to do something in this particular game.
Look, if we need
We've
an
left
anchor...
him in the tower. Well, we've left him in the Tower of Wishes all this time. I mean, might as well get out of bed and play some music for us.
I mean, if we need an anchor, he's just sitting right there. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's always possible. Elements down here... well, never mind. There's no boss at Baron Basement, apparently.
Well, there's no boss anywhere with Crystal Sword Cecil on the go. And Heroine Robe, if that's not a reset, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that is unfortunate to see. So, Sorbius is going to go check Harp, so we'll be pretty much caught up here. If this is not Darkness Crystal, all of a sudden, I think Dave has a fairly massive lead with that Earth Crystal.
Definitely is in a more prominent position. And I don't think it's going to take Sorbius that much to get through the Mammoth fight, but it does mean he has to go back down there for it. And yeah, Engidave does still have to go to that Mist Cave and fight that Knyat, so again, I don't think he's forgotten about it. But we're getting pretty late in the seed now.
A little bit of Mystic Quest in FF4 for us tonight. Well, so Earth Crystal is leading to our darkness. Interesting. This is pretty massive here for Dave, actually. Though Sorbius does still have that Kenazo in his back pocket from Mist Cave.
You know, I just realized I was talking through music.
Nah, you know what? We got a reprise right here. It's fine. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, sorry.
Or don't be sorry. That works too. I mean, that...
I mean, it's not like you heard much of it anyway.
I mean, I never played Mystic Quest. I didn't hear any of it. I never had a Super Nintendo. I missed out on so much. Did you see who was at Mega Sisters?
Yeah, karate.
Okay, I was not even paying attention. So yeah, that was
Neither
a
was I,
fight,
and
guess.
but because you know that what the fight is going to happen. Cecil's going to swing twice, and you're going to win. At this point,
Sorbs, unfortunately, having to make his way back down to that Octo. He knows that's where his progression
That's
lies
not-
at this point.
and that's not a boss we need because that is Dr. Luge,
The Pale Piggy.
Pineapple Piggy.
So I heard you wanted to waste more time on this boss bot. Yeah, we gotta listen to talking. We gotta listen to talking. A little bit of beating and then some more talking. And then we get to the real fight, right?
Oh. Well, we're getting through to Bound Up Z, which is bad enough.
Bonus talking, even.
I'm pretty sure this is guaranteed to be our Darkness Crystal at this point. I'm not
Yeah,
misplacing that.
no, I don't even think there's nothing left that can lead into it.
Hmm.
Yeah, this
So-
has to be darkness.
Yeah, so this does also mean that unless Engidave doesn't go to the Mist Cave, he has this substantial lead, as you alluded to earlier.
That Mist Cave is kind of hanging out there and might be what's keeping Sorbius around at the moment. That's one. I mean, let's face it, that's one less spot that Sorbius may not have to fight. Although Dave is also going to at least check the elements. Again, the package is the only boss gating item he doesn't have. So I'm guessing I am expecting a reset immediately, to be honest.
Yeah, he doesn't really need to fight this fight, since, and yeah, there's the reset as you expected.
And the moment of truth now, do we see Mist Cave? No, we are going to the
Ooh.
moon.
Unless the only thing that might happen is to raise the well and then go there to quickly check, like saving just outside of the lunar well itself.
Possible. Maybe right at the last second it clicks into place. I know that's happened to me too many times, more times than I like to admit.
I'm not too sure if Engidave checked the waterfall as well. I mean, I know that Sorbius did. I'm not too sure about Engidave though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Dave did check Waterfall, which is even more concerning about Mist Cave, because that's kind of your lifeline. If you forget one, that you have the other. But yeah, Dave's really gotta hope at this point that they're all just up there.
Yeah. And Giant is the first port of call. With 3 bosses still remaining and 2 on the Giant, only 2 available on the Giant with the paths in hand, I feel this is not the right order. But you can't go against him for doing these checks.
Yeah, and this Dave has not really done a grind. He did a couple of sirens before Fey March. I don't know if Rosa even has Cure 4 yet. This certainly takes care of any grind you need at this point, so I absolutely understand the play.
And who knows, there might be 2 bosses up here. And if there are 2 bosses up here, and Sorbius goes to the moon, there, that sort of puts it a little bit further in Engidave's favour.
I think
We'll see.
I think any required boss here on Giant kind of tilts it, kind of brings it back even, because I think Sorbs is going to be less incentivized to take Giant.
And, well, if you want a grind fight, here's one that you can do very, very easily. Coffin, Life Glitch, this is a bunch of experience.
Oh yeah. Forget your 200 grand. This is gonna be almost 400 grand XP. This is absolutely what you're hoping for when you see this. Now the vanilla CPU that might be coming up next, that's an entirely different story. But thankfully at this point, because of this, Crystal Sword is just gonna cut through everything.
So 341,670 experience. That is all the experience you are going to need for the rest of this. Rydia still doesn't have nuke, but that is fine. Cecil has power. Rosa has power. Edge is there.
Rydia probably gets nuke off of the CPU spot, but that's the real, that's the important thing. Getting Cure 4 there for Rosa. Not saving, a little risky when Wyvern's still out there, but we're probably okay. Okay, yeah, we're okay.
Yes, we're okay. Warthog can hit hard here. You don't care.
Xeno, what is this giant % siege you rolled? Like, this is something this is the dream I would have had on ladder that I never saw.
Yeah.
So this is our second grind. What can we see on the moon that's a third grind? I don't know. I don't think there's anything left at this point.
Somehow orb grinding on a CPU at the lunar spot.
Orb grinding. You know, in this seed, more likely than you'd think. Although, we do have that Bahamut. Might be worth teaching Rydia, honestly. Even having just learned nuke. Because we don't...
You sort of have to consciously make a decision to orb grind though with this group, unless you accidentally leave the Avenger on Cecil.
Yeah, I'm just... We have Quake now, so we at least have some sort of area damage. But unfortunately, it's not gonna... There's really no spot on the moon where you're gonna have a fast CPU fight. And yeah, Dave straight to the moon, unless it's possible that he knows it's there and he's looking for 2 on the moon to then go back with his pass. That is possible right now.
I don't see how we can know it's there, but
That's fair.
We unless it's this one elusive boss at the package. Yeah, and Engidave should find the 3 requirements up here. Problem is, Sorbius only needs 2, and very well maybe heading to the moon before the giant.
Yeah, I'm not sure we see Giant at all out of Swords. I think he's still got a couple Sirens. I don't think we've really seen any Hourglasses for Gold Dragons, but it's not an incredibly big issue at the moment. I don't know. We may just see him at this point just take moon bosses. Yeah, no, we're going straight to the moon.
Yeah, you don't. I know I've come back to this a number of times, but you don't need experience on this group. You really don't need a lot of experience. So I think Sorbius is just going to go in with a lower level party with whatever experience he gets up here and leaves it at that.
Yeah, I forget if Sorbius has Cure 4 on Rosa. You're right, that's really all we need at this point.
Rosa has a lot of magic defense. Yeah, she's likely not going to hit a magical amount of hit points, but she should still be taking in very little damage from the big bangs of Zemus.
So, hi Plague.
Yeah, Plague's the boss.
Not for long, he's not. Cecil mad today. 77 coming out of there. This is over in 1 or 2 more swings. Good lord.
It's gaining experience, but honestly, I don't think with the curse ring you don't really mind. He can get up to as much as he wants. He's still going to have very single digit agility.
I think you maybe have to be a little careful. He is getting slingshotted off of these fights, but no, for the most part, I think he's okay.
Stardust Rod, great find.
Yeah. Like, at this point, it's money, but I mean, what do we need money for?
Going to Coco's and doing the super smithing and buying things there. I know it's unlikely, but you might want to throw away time doing that.
I was gonna say, the way this seed's gone, it's gonna be a Lightbringer, because we've hit every upgrade for Cecil in terms of swords.
In order as well.
That, or it's just gonna be a giant screw you, and it's gonna be an Abel's Lance, and you're gonna be sad.
No chat is likely wanting scrap metal, but yeah, we're not going to find out. Except if someone goes and checks it afterwards, if they get both.
Yeah, I don't think we see it before we see a finish.
As for what use is the Stardust Rod, there is none. We found one way earlier in the seed. Rydia has had it equipped for ages and ages, been making good use of it. The second one has no use at all.
Alright, so not checking Crystal Sword from Dave. We're going to hold that one to the end. Sorbius, meanwhile, has a 6 boss in Plague. And that's number 7. There are dolls. So
This is Bahamut Central.
this really comes down to what Sorbius does right here. Because if he goes to Crystal Sword first, that might buy Dave a little extra time. I don't know how much, but a little bit.
And if CPU is next door. And if CPU is next door, that's still a very long fight.
Yeah, this is a little unfortunate for Dave finding the dolls first. I think he's got to hope that Sorbs checks Ribbon Room first and finds CPU.
Well, we've been wanting a weapon for Edge quite a bit. We've had a Murasame, but that Mazamune, you'll take that.
Absolutely not going to complain.
It well, it definitely help if this is a boss we have to fight here. Oh, no, never mind. That's just Blarg.
Yeah, we've got the blog we want. We don't want another one.
Yeah, Sorbius heading straight toward the bottom will find those dolls, and I assume we just go straight to Zeromus at that point.
Yeah, I don't think we even use the pass because we're down this far already.
Yeah, at this point, if CPU's not here, yeah,
Which it isn't.
yeah, we're going to see Crystal Sword. It's Crystal Sword or package. I think that's all that's left.
That is all that's left. So, yeah, so at this point, if CPU is at the package and Sorbius did happen to go there, Sorbius would still be in the lead based on that.
Well, if this is not CPU, he will know that he missed something. So that might trigger him into Mist Cave. That could be good. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Let's find out what the boss is first. We're down to very few. I haven't been counting bosses, so yeah, there's the CPU.
Or, yeah, it's checking Crystal Sword on the way down is a very tough call, and in this case, it turned out to be a very important call because you're not having to worry about that CPU.
This isn't a dangerous fight. Right, it's got a fair amount of hit points, though. So this is going to take a good amount of time. Meanwhile, Sorbius is just running.
Yeah, Sorb's gonna have a good couple of minutes before, once he gets into the Z fight, I think here. He is a little bit lower leveled, so that could be an issue. At least sets the possibility for things to go awry. I mean, let's face it, the Z fight is never guaranteed. It is the hardest fight in the game for a reason.
Yeah, there are a number of things that can, and in some cases will go wrong, but we'll have to see. Sorbius is going in. We don't move Zeromus. He stays exactly where he is because we don't like to move him. He asked for not to be moved, so we don't do it. But we do ask the question of, in the name of the moon, we shall punish who? Because we don't move him, but we do change his appearance.
And is there a hat?
Maybe.
Meanwhile, Dave headed back to Earth, gonna take the pass. Definitely faster from Crystal Sword and a lot safer in case anything happens. But with his party, I'm not very worried about this C fight.
No, not in the slightest. This all does come down to how much damage does a Cecil really damage when a Cecil has a Crystal Sword.
Yeah, and speaking of butts, this butt is just gonna eat everything we throw at it. Can we even hurt this thing? It's just gonna pull us all into the void.
It may not cast Black Hole. Don't worry.
Not to say, we're actually already in a void, so what happens if you get pulled in?
You just pop out and continue the fight.
Dangerous hypothesis right there.
I never said I was going to be a reality friendly in this stream.
Look, RPG logic has its own set of rules. All works out. Sid decides he wants to take one for the team and takes that big bang.
I am a little worried on Sorbius' side, mostly because I don't think Cecil's doing as much damage as he could. Still doing a lot, but I've not entirely sorted out how much he's doing.
It's in combo territory. I think we're doing 8,000-9,000 around, so it's in that kind of danger zone of where we could see a big bang into rocks. Looks fairly stable at the moment, but I mean, we've all seen Z fights turn in an instant.
Does have edge there, showing up some of the damage, so I don't think it's too bad. But yeah, it's all going to depend on the timing of the Big Bang, and does Rosa survive it? If she does, it should be easy. If she doesn't, then we're in a little bit of danger territory.
Well, there's the shake. See if can we push it. We might have just pushed the rocks right there. No,
Here's the Big Bang.
this is not nerfed. This is not nerfed.
This is not, and
All right, where
Crystal
does
is late, so here comes the nuke. If this runs onto Cecil, it doesn't.
I think we're okay still?
The answer to that is yes. Yes, we are.
Snuck it in there right before the rocks.
Yeah, the rocks there could have taken out that fight, but luckily damage was enough. Atomos is down. Sorbius is your winner, and we have been joined, I think, by Sorbius. At least it seems like we had a dig in the air.
Hello.
GG.
Thank you.
So,
So
that was a fun seed, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was definitely something. I enjoyed the basically nothing in Eblin into casual Excal from the Pinktail into a Crystal Sword later from Dwarf Castle into another Excal.
Hey, you know what?
and into Avenger.
Yep,
You know what would be good for that Dark Elf?
that Crystal Sword.
Yeah, you know, that's. I have a feeling that would be useful.
The dwarves were just prepared for the arrival of the Dark Elf. They didn't need you. You just helped.
Yeah, the Excal fortunately was good enough for that spot with Dark Elf, but yeah, Crystal Sword would have been better.
So the big game changer in that, Miss Cave.
Yep. I pretty much always check it after I talk to Bedward, especially with an edge in my party, and I know I can get through just about anything there by casting Flame.
It gave you just enough of that lead to get through and take the win. And did you feel behind in any shape or form in that seed, or was it just I'm just going through the motions and just see where I turn out at the end of it?
I felt like I was probably pretty even with Dave until I took the wipe to D-Lunars and lost about a minute and a half, 2 minutes there. And then when I decided to leave Octomam and did literally everything, and then had to come back down for it, then I felt very much behind.
Yeah, it was kind of. It was pretty much that Earth Crystal versus Rat Tail for a little bit, and it worked out for Dave, but just a little bit too much for him to make up. He went and took the Giant before heading to the moon, and I know he made up sometime in the Z fight, just not quite enough.
Yeah, my internal monologue walking down the LST after finding the plague was oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Running, 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 running. Like just trying to move as fast as possible because I knew, based on how the seed had played out, that Dave was either about to step into the Z fight or was literally, three or four steps behind or in front of me because we'd either both last location darkness or I was about to lose.
And considering your levels, you were sort of looking at your damage output and going, this is going to be close on my own side to win the fight.
Yeah, Rydia just being kind of dead weight and having just hustle and edge for damage was definitely something I was thinking about going into that fight. Like, this is going to take a minute, and I got levels, but we're not super leveled, so things can definitely go wrong.
Funny you mentioned running. Isn't that a fun alt gauntlet to find down there in Sealed Cave?
I can't use the words I want to use to describe that gauntlet on this channel.
Fun and interesting. Isn't you able to be used on this channel?
I mean, everybody can just kind of deafen for a minute. It'll be fine. No, please, please don't. Please don't.
So, let's face it, you're the winner. You move on. Another round down. Confident in moving through to the finals, or
No,
having worries?
not necessarily worries. I'm trying to not go into any of these races overconfident. This flag set can definitely just rando you, as it unfortunately did to Dave, and I mean that could happen to me, tomorrow or Sunday whenever I schedule my match with Zeke. So I am definitely not going in with too much confidence, but not going in feeling like I'm in trouble necessarily.
Yeah, that's a gauntlet in itself. Going through Engidave and then going and facing Zeke next, two very good runners, is definitely not something you can take for granted.
No, absolutely. And then I get to play Frankie Bones if I beat Zeke, who is also no joke. And then I get to play your co-commentator, Cubs Rule.
Who's that? I don't know. No, I don't know who that is.
Possibly get a little revenge from Adamant Cup, but I got several matches to get through before I get to that point.
I don't know who that guy is. He sounds like he's annoying.
I think he's pretty great, but we'll see how that all pans out.
Well, all we can do is wish you the best of luck, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'll do my best.
GG again. Very much looking forward to another fun race this weekend with Zeke. Hopefully we'll see that one on the schedule here soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM him after I get out of this call and see when he's available. So hopefully you'll have a match scheduled soon.
Now, thank you very much for joining us tonight. GG again, and enjoy the rest of your night, sir.
Will do. Thank you all for putting this on. It's a lot more fun to race with an audience and get into interviews and all the hype that goes around restream stuff. So thanks to you all, and yeah, have a good night. Bye.
That was our winner tonight, Sorbius. Final time of 1:28.49. And about 45 seconds behind. Dave closed up quite a bit of time there in that Z fight. And I think we have Dave coming in now. GG, sir. Well done.
Yeah. And how do you feel about doing everything apart from the one thing you needed to do?
Fading exactly the one thing that cost me race. It's a talent. Do you have any way to erase talents? Because I would love one.
We could probably, yeah, something could probably be arranged there. I hear there's buttons floating around.
Maybe like one of those World of Warcraft respecs, just delete all of them.
I wouldn't mind one myself, actually, but I don't think it's happening for me anytime soon. So we'll work on it. Maybe, probably not.
Look, 5.0 is around the corner. We'll see what can happen. So yeah,
Otherwise, a lot of things found. Giant.
That was actually that was actually muscle memory. When I saw 4 bosses killed, I said, which had I done what I now know is that Mist Cave, I don't go to the giant at all. But with 4 bosses down, I figured there's a good chance there's one hiding up there. So I just went over, hopped on the giant, and found no bosses, but about 600,000 XP.
Yeah. Go ahead.
no, I was saying, it definitely made up some time in the Z fight. It got very close. It almost paid off. That's just the way. That's just the way Rando goes. Unfortunately, it was a very close race the whole way.
But against someone of Sorbius' caliber, I cannot make that many rabbit holes, that many mistakes, and expect to win.
At this stage of the tournament, everybody is just way too good. One mistake, unfortunately, we've seen tonight, one mistake does it.
I was talking to Racing afterwards. I realized as I was heading up to the moon that my boss counter wasn't making sense. It was short 1. And I realized exactly what I had done. The problem was I was already on the moon when I come to that conclusion, and at that point, the correct play was to assume there was nothing there.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, we thought that you hadn't forgotten the thing, and you probably hadn't, but your mind was, I need to go to this next and this next.
That's pretty much what happened.
It just never came.
And then when I had that breathe, I was like, oh, I'm short of, oh no, don't have value, don't have value, don't have value. And naturally it did.
That has meant that you've taken the loss today and means you are out of the tournament. Has it been an experience, though?
It's been an experience, all right.
Good or bad?
A little bit of good, mostly good, a little bit of bad, especially being knocked out this early. But overall, I think I'm not willing. I think I'm willing to play seats that aren't boss hide and seek for a while. Well, after taking a short break from Free Enterprise after this tournament.
Yeah, very well deserved, I believe. GG, sir. It's been an honor and a pleasure having you here tonight. Thank you very much.
And thanks to 2 of you for talking about us. Thank you, Xenocat, for rolling this wonderful seat, especially that darkness chain. That was a treat. And Chuck for pushing buttons. I know I gave you a bunch to push.
Have a good evening, and I'm sure we'll see you very soon.
Have a good one.
Well, that will do it for us tonight. We're not done with Free Enterprise, though. Poitrek, where are we off to?
I believe we've got our partner channel in RPG Limit Break with the matchup between, I believe it's Dekar Smash and IKEA. I think that's it's race number 2 of their best of 3 in the Red Moon bracket, and we're going to head over there and see what's up.
That's certainly going to be very good. Do you all know the usual rules? Do not spoil, or the newspapers will find you. Want to give a big shout out to Xeno doing the hero's work behind the scenes, letting us just sit here and babble on for the last hour and a half, as well as Chuck. We couldn't do this without knowing where everything was, and God knows we have enough to think about while we're on comms. Poydrak, sir, it's been an honor. Always
I
enjoyed.
don't know what you're talking about. I don't think on comms.
It's always a fun time on here.
Yeah, and pleasure to do this with you as well.
Yeah,
Otherwise, have a good evening, everyone. We will see you again very soon, I am sure.
farewell. Stay safe. Have a good night.